and we'll go ahead and get started. As I said, you have come to the Trū Solutions TrūAura call. This is going to be about 25 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, depending on how talkative I get. I get somewhat excited about these because I get to talk to people that are looking at this business as a future career, as a way to make that extra income within their family. So I get excited about that, about you taking your next step. Hopefully I'll be able to help guide you through that, as well as encourage you and motivate you to that next step. So first and foremost, again, my name's Phillip Yarbrough. I'll share it now. My cell phone number is 214-908-3221. 214-908-3221. If you have any questions after this call or at any point in time in your journey with TrūAura, you can always feel free to reach out to me. I'm the director of sales here for TrūAura, which TrūAura started about 2 years ago. I joined TrūAura back at the first of this year. Yes, it has been an interesting ride, to say the least. But what I can tell you is I have enjoyed it thoroughly. We have an amazing internal team. And even more so, it's a family-owned business, not a corporately owned with multiple investors. I've worked for the private equity people before, and I've done those things. And it's just not as fun. But working for I'll repeat my cell phone number at the end there, Froggy, for you to get it. But I've worked for the private equity companies, and I've done that before. Working for a family-owned business, and we have the husband and wife, Rick Heath. He's the one that started it, he and his wife, and now we have 2 sons working for the company, and the daughter is actually a consultant as well, a teacher and a consultant. It is a family-owned and operated business, and we love what we're able to do. I love to start here at the beginning. Here, I need to X out of that real quick to get rid of this, and then I'll go back into it. Sorry about that. But I love starting here at the middle picture. It's the intersection really of integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. Yes, you will hear, I'm not naive enough to think that you will hear this from many different companies. You will, because it is a great way to market yourself. It is a wonderful way to recruit and sponsor people to come into your business. Let's talk about integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. Yes, I know that others talk about it, but what I can share with you from a firsthand knowledge is usually it isn't until you have struggled, until you're walking through the darkness together, whenever your circumstances and situations are tough, which I don't know if you've noticed, but 2020 has been a little bit, it wasn't the 2020 vision that everybody thought it would be, right? It's a little different. And there's been some circumstances, there's been some situations. And that's all I know with this company, and all that I know from Rick and the family. And I got to tell you that the cream, if the cream rose to the top, these are the 4 things that kind of come out of it. It's really how we make our decisions. We have corporate, everyone from corporate team gets together twice a day on Zoom calls. We still don't go into the office. I feel like I know everybody internally. And that's done through developing a culture and a community that believes in each other. That's where the corporate team is. And how we make our decisions corporately is really at the intersection of these 4 characteristics. And I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, it is at the forefront. You can be proud of the company that you will be joining. Second is over here on the left-hand side of the screen, the word community put into a puzzle. Why is it that? I picked this picture because first and foremost, there is not a border. Usually when you're putting together a puzzle, and you've done this, and I know some of you are nodding right now, you go and you find the border pieces first. Why? Because those are easiest to put in. You find those, you start putting them around, and it puts a limitation on where your eyes and where your thoughts can go. Why I like this picture is there's no borders in it. Why? Because it's not putting a limitation on where we can grow to. The second reason I love this picture is at the center of it is community. It is the sisterhood that we are built on. Sister and some brothers in there, but it's the sisterhood of what we are built on. It's a culture that supports, encourages, and cares for each other. Somebody cared about you to invite you to this call. They saw something within you that thought that you would be a perfect fit for this community. The other thing is that not all the puzzle pieces are placed yet. And you know what? Those pieces that are right on the fringe there that haven't slid into their perfect spot yet, they represent you. Yes, they represent you. That you have a space here. You have a spot here. You fit in perfectly. That your characteristics and qualities help build the picture that we have of our vision of the future. You're a part of that. The people that that are already set in there, that the pieces are already set, they got us to where we are. But you are who will take us to where we're going. And that takes me over to the far right-hand side of the screen, where it's a beautiful picture of somebody reaching down and pulling someone up. They're not giving a hand up, out, they're giving a hand up. If you've ever climbed a mountain or a long hike that I've done quite a few 14ers and all the way up to a 17,000 foot mountain. And truly it is a challenge. And sometimes you need that helping hand up. And this is reaching for the summit, understanding what your definition of success is. And we help you find that. And hopefully your upline and the person who's mentoring you will help that. I help that with that. And it truly is. It's about giving that hand up, not just a handout. This is hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. You have to get out there and work the business. It's not just this set it and forget it type business. It is about reaching out to others and being willing to do that. You'll hear that from some of our testimonials coming up in a little bit. In fact, one of those testimonials is from April, and this is a post that she had earlier this year of talking about why she loves this business so much. And I think it just really speaks to the flexibility of how we do our business. Yes, it is a direct sales industry to where it's a flexible full-time or flexible part-time, whatever. It's your business, your way. How April does it, and she's our #1 seller in the company. We just announced this last week at our large conference that we have. It was a virtual conference this year with over 700 people that joined us. It was a fabulous time to launch some new products as well as to celebrate others and also strategize for the next year. April shared that one of the things that she loves about this business is that she can do it in her ball cap, her pajama pants, and she can set up at her table with her coffee every morning and get done what she needs to get done. And then she has the afternoon to spend time with her kiddos, to go work out. You see, that's the flexibility that whether you're working full-time, part-time, or big time, you get to pick your hours. And that's the beauty of the industry that we're a part of. So, are you ready to go on a little bit of a ride and hear who we are from a more 30,000 foot view, but also the passion that I have for this company and the direct sales industry? What we're going to do is I want to first start with where we are. We started 2 years ago, and if you look at this is nothing that I've made up, but it is a widely known economic bell curve, you could say, of the product adaptive curve of how products are received by the general public. You have innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. The beauty of this is at the front end, you have the 2.5%. These are the people that, oh my goodness, they're at the forefront. They're the idea people. You might know a few of these. I know a few in my life. Rick, who started TrūAura, is one of those. And there's others that I've come across, but then also they're the Steve Jobs and the Bill Gates and those type people that are the innovators, the inventors, the idea people. And then the early adopters are the ones that they say, hey, who's going with me? And those are the first people to raise their hand. They're the people that are waiting in line at the Apple store for the next phone, right? They need to be the first. They're the early adopters. Then you have early majority. That's where the growth phase of a business comes. And so really, if you look at this, innovators is the startup phase of a business. early adopters is the infancy stage. The early majority is the growth phase, all right? And I want to tell you right now where we are. It should excite you because you're at the right place at the right time. You've come here. We're still in the single digits. We're in the 8 to 9%, maybe 7%, and 7 to 9% in that range. We haven't even hit the upslope yet. You're at the right place at the right time. Being in the first 2 years, 2.5 years of a company is a great time to. We've kind of figured out our struggle. We've struggled through some tough times, and we're ready for that growth phase. We have our product mix right where we need it. We're still growing that product mix, but we have a wonderful mix that can help you grow your business. All right. So what I want to do with you now is I want to walk you through who we are here at TrūAura. I'm going to do that by talking about the impact and the purpose that we have. And that's going to be connected to the why. The flexibility is the how we do what we do, and the disruption is our product, and that's what we do. All right. So why do we do what we do? First, whether you're doing it part-time, full-time, or big time, you get to make an impact in other people's lives. Whether that's through the business model, which is a wonderful way that there's a lot of people like yourselves that are looking for an additional income, a supplemental income, or even a replacement income, that you get to impact lives that way. You also get to impact it through our product. Our product is truly gives marked effect in people's skin and how they feel, and the confidence level that they have. You get to leave a marked effect on somebody's life. Ultimately, when you do that, the arrow jumps over to meaning. And whenever you're reflective out, and you care about others more than yourself, and you're making an impact in other people's lives, whether that's your family, your friends, or maybe even just acquaintances, or maybe strangers, it gives you meaning, and you feel significant in your own life. That's the furling back in. That's the time where you're able to go, man, that meant a lot to me. I feel like my life has meaning because I'm impacting other people's lives. That's the beauty of what we do. And when you have that meaning, it feels purpose. And another word for purpose is fulfilled. That at the end of the day, you can lay down at night and you can feel fulfilled in what you do on a daily basis. What a beautiful thing to be able to say every night, or maybe it's you, if you're a morning person, you're springing out of bed a little bit with a little bit more purpose because of the impact that you're making in other people's lives that gives you meaning. That's what we love. That's why I love what I do. I've been in the direct sales world for almost a decade now. I've been in the corporate world. I've done the spreadsheets and going and meeting with buyers and executives and doing all that stuff, traveling all over the world as a consultant and doing different things. But whenever I got into the direct sales world almost a decade ago, I found my home. I found that you can impact other people's lives. It gave me meaning and gave me purpose in my everyday. It really is. It's a wonderful space. And so how do we do that? I've mentioned it a couple times with the direct sales. So I want you to throw out the window of what you've heard of MLM, direct sales, whatever it might be. It has changed over the years. In fact, very much so in the last 10 years. It's turned into more of a customized shopping experience, that you are connecting through relationships, that the product is not the king. You are, well, I guess, the queen. And that experience that you're able to give to your customers is important. It's customer service. It's why retail is not doing well right now. They've ripped away the customer service side of what they do, and they've relied solely on product to drive sales. Well, what we've done is in direct sales is, hey, let's inject it with customer service. That's you. It's the relationship. And in fact, if you've never been in sales before, what I'll tell you right now is that you get your first sale based off of a relationship. You get your second, third, and fourth based off the product and how it performs. So as long as you have relationships and you know how to solve problems, that's what we do. You identify the problem and you solve it with your product by using a relationship. Somebody who wants to support you, that wants to be there for you. For instance, if you were starting a restaurant right now, who would you ask to come to the soft opening? You would ask your friends, your family, and would they come? Of course they would, because they want to support you to be successful. Same thing when you're starting a business like this. People want to support you. All you have to do is ask. So the gig economy, and in fact, if you're familiar with this term, it's an economic term. It's about the flexibility of what we do. The direct sales. This is what April was talking about earlier: is picking your hours. You can be full-time flex. You can be those type things. And in fact, some of the most popular gig economy companies are Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb. The last time we had a recession back in 2008, some of you might remember. These were three companies, Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb, that started back then. Because you see, when there's struggle, there's opportunity. But also there has to be the right place at the right time. Talking about flexibility, talking about control over your company, over your business, not being restricted by a certain time of day. That's who we are, and that's how we do what we do. It's not just TrūAura, it's the industry, and we're very proud of the industry that we represent. So what do? We do skincare. We do skincare in a different way. To be honest, I always thought I kind of had pretty good skin until I started using TrūAura. And it wasn't until I really started to adopt and have that consistent skincare routine that I didn't realize how bad my skin felt beforehand. It's amazing. I mean, you can look here. I don't know if I'm coming in HD right now, but I got to say, my skin feels great and it looks great. And for 75 years old, I would say, hey, I'm looking good. I'm kidding. I am in my 40s though, but it truly is a product that we're proud of. And we talk about preserving, supporting, and supplementing. One thing that I want to talk about here is some words that you usually hear about whenever it comes to gut health and about bacteria. Yes, your skin is an organ, and we talk about microbiomes, and we talk about flora and those type things that usually is addressed with your gut health. Well, you have part of your gut health is the bacteria that is present in your gut, and there's good and bad bacteria. Well, guess what? On your skin, which is an organ, it is exposed more to other bacteria that you do not have control over, not what you're putting in your body, but what gets on your body. You're not always in control of that. And so what we've done is taken a different approach, and this is the disruption of looking at a multi-billion-dollar industry in a different way. For instance, the Airbnb, the Uber and Lyft, they looked at it differently. They were disruptors. They said, hey, just because the hotel industry is done this way doesn't mean we have to continue to do it this way. Well, that is the same thing with the skincare world. Hey, let's talk about it differently. Let's talk about microbiomes and healthy floras and these type things that not many people are talking about in this industry. So we really look at it as we are a disruptor, and that it is starting to catch on more and more. You can be at the ground floor with that and really help catch that early majority upswing that we're headed for. So what next? Well, preparation is key. And so I want to go over a few type people that join our business, and a few of them might represent you. And you might be one or two, or maybe all four of these, but if you are, well, first I'm going to talk about the training and tools. We just changed the order of these slides, so sorry about that. Our training and tools are our back office that you get access to your own web page, and the web page that you're working with, it's mimicked and a replicated website that we use, but then it's also tagged onto your name so that you can send people there. If they order through your site, it automatically goes there. We have the Trū app, which is an app that you can use right from wherever you are, the convenience of that. We have our back office that tracks all of your sales and where you input the orders and all the reporting that you'll find there. We also have a resource library. This is where we try to equip you for success. I go live and on our YouTube channel and then in our Facebook pages, and we record all of that, and we make sure that it's available in our resource library. This is also where any of our flyers and programs that we're launching, any new products or old products, you find that in our resource library. This is usually what a company would have to fork up in capital if you're starting your own company to make all this. And it's expensive, but you're getting it really for free. You're starting at such a low cost. It's a wonderful opportunity. And so if you're joining us today because you're an entrepreneur, and you might go, oh, I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't want to start. I've never wanted to start a company. Well, you know what? I think everybody kind of has an entrepreneurial spirit within them somewhere. They just have to tap into it, tap into a passion and something that they love. And that's what we help you try to get in touch with here at TrūAura. And so whether that's you're an idea person, you get uber competitive, you like to achieve things, or maybe it's that you want to try out sales and what that looks like. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people right now that are burned out on their career, or they might have been furloughed or whatever it might be. And we want to be a soft landing place for you. The third is the Power Mom. I love the Power Mom. Why? Because I have one. She's amazing. And well, she's not a Power Mom anymore. But she used to be one. And now she's a Power Grandma. But I got to tell you, if you're joining us, what I love is the Power Mom. The busier she is, the more that's on her schedule, the more efficient she becomes. But then also what the Power Mom sometimes needs is that adult interaction. And we want to be that place for you, that you can find like-minded people that truly get you and help encourage you and be there for you. The fourth is the second act, somebody who's moved on into, maybe they were the Power Mom and now they're an empty nester. Maybe they were burned out and now they've left that job that they've been wanting to, and that's you. And you're like, but I need to make an income still. Well, we want to be that landing place for you and help you find a home. Sorry, my microphone kept messing up on me. Hope you can still hear me. But before we get any further on, I want you to hear from 3 of our top people in the company, and you'll love getting to hear from them as a testimonial share.
TrūAura is right for me is because it just gave me the choice to create the life that I choose and the flexibility to serve in my community and live the life that I love and not through somebody else.
I love with TrūAura that I can drop everything I'm doing and yet take my business on my phone and just go out into the world that I need to live and have my TrūAura business right with me.
I have the freedom and the flexibility to make money when I choose.
TrūAura fills that need for us to be able to work side by side and have fun, to feel confident because our skin looks so great, and to help others so their whole families, their skin looks amazing. So I love the helping of the people, and I love the fact that I get to work with amazing people.
The flexibility. That's a huge benefit in this day and age. You want to have the flexibility to come and go and take care of those and take care of yourself. And that's a huge thing. And I think we need that in our society to be able to have that.
The biggest benefit is knowing that it's something that I can be very authentic about, and it fits with my lifestyle.
I love all the friends that I have all over the country. I have lifelong friends that I have to this. I just love that. I love that I can choose and create friends all over the country.
You can really make money with us, with selling the products. You can really make money from day one. You get to just take the product and go start sharing it with others. Keep it as simple as you want to make it. I live a very busy lifestyle, and it's all on my phone, just everywhere I go. So go to bed, look at my phone, and then work on my business, selling hundreds of dollars, from wherever I am.
For me, the opportunity is just simple. It's like talking to your mom across the table.
Keep it fun, keep it easy. But you got to keep talking to people, communicate, and meet people where they are. So like most of my friends and family are on the internet, Facebook in the evening, late evening after you put the kids to bed, so then go to work then.
If I didn't believe in the opportunity, I couldn't share it. And I fully share this opportunity, whether you are a customer, whether you're a client, whether you want it to change your entire life. This is the best opportunity out there in the entire world.
It's just sharing what you're passionate about.
I love being able to hear from our consultants all over the country. What I love about that video is that we didn't coordinate it at all. We just said, "Hey, what do you love about what we do?" Asked a few questions, and it really we weren't making the video for this use, but it fit in wonderful because it talked about the flexibility, it talked about the income potential, it talked about those things. And in fact, I want to talk about some of the income potential that you have. I know a lot of you want to jump on here and go, "Hey, how do you make money at this?" Well, first and foremost, we want to support you from the get-go. You make a minimum of 20% in your join month and your first full month in the business. You're going to earn 20% off of everything you sell. There's also other incentives along those way to help you get started out to almost the carrot. All right. So we have those, but then moving forward, we have a scaled commission structure that goes from 20% up to 50% on your commissions. Yes, that is amazing and a wonderful way. Usually when in companies, the more you sell, the less commission you make. Not in the direct sales world though. It's the more you sell, the more you're going to make. So we want to support you in that way. And you can go and ask the person who invited you to this call to get into the more weeds if you need to be in the weeds. If not, just get going, and guess what? You're going to figure it out along the way. But what I'll tell you right now, this is one of the more competitive compensation plans that I've been able to see through the years. So whether you're talking with us because you've tried the products, you love the products, and now you want to be able to share the products, we have a place for you. And then, or if this is a flexible side gig, if you're looking at it and just going, "Hey, I want to have more of something professional to do on the side," or if you're looking to supplement or replace an income, then we're here for you. Or maybe you like the tech side, that you have your own website, that you have the tech suite and all of those things, the app and these things to help grow your business, because you know that tech is the future of how we're doing it. And we're meshing two worlds, the tech with that. Or maybe you just want to make a difference in other people's lives. If any of these speak to you and you'd like to chat more, I shared my number earlier, but my number is 214-908-3221. There it is again for you, Froggy. 214-908-3221. I would love to hear from you. It's my cell phone, so you can text to that number, call that number. I'd love to hear from you, answer any questions that you might have, and be able to be that for